Hey guys, you want to improve your website so you get more traffic, get more subscriptions, make more profit? I'm going to run you through an audit that I'm doing on one of my students' websites. He's given me permission to share this info with you, which is really kind and generous of him, so you can benefit from this information too. So he launched his website in August of 2018. The traffic levels are pretty good. They could be better. Like most things, right? We can always improve things. So I'm going to run you through his website, the changes I would make to help him increase his traffic, or their traffic. There's actually two of them involved. So that means they can get twice as much done, which is really good, because most of us, we work on our own, right? We just kind of spend our time creating the content, promoting it ourselves. And then when we grow a little bit, then we can get members of a team in place. But these guys, the website is called twoguyswhoblog.com. Such a brandable domain name. So there's two of them, so they should get results even quicker once they implement this advice that I'm going to give them. So if you're falling short if you're falling short on any of these points, you might want to make changes on your own blog. So this is the website. Now let me show you something. Let's hit refresh. Recent entries, sidebar, heading, but the actual meat, the real content of the website. Let's do that again. Let me show you. See, there's a delay in that loading. So I would immediately make sure that the meat of the website loads first, because that's what people want. People are not interested in all this stuff at the top or on the side. They're interested in the meat. Now, the heading, the top banner of the logo, the sidebar, all that stuff has got its place as well, which we'll get into in a second. So, first impressions. Okay, this could load a little bit faster, but it's a really nicely designed website, right? We've got this top nav here. We've got the main nav. We've got a fairly decent logo there. It looks good. Okay, it's organized in a logical and professional way. So you scroll down, lots of content, and they've got some calls to action there as well, which is, they've got some really solid foundations here. So if we just tweak things a little bit, so really what strikes me here is the call to action to subscribe is way down here. So there's only, a percentage of people are never going to get down here. Most of the people will never see this subscribe button. So what I would do, and the chap I'm speaking to who owns this site, or one of the guys who owns the site, is called Scott. So Scott, what I would do, I would move this or duplicate it, put it higher up the page, maybe right at the very top, or maybe you could even integrate it as part of this banner and have a strong call to action. So here, subscribe, there's no incentive for people to subscribe. So we need to offer them a freebie. To offer people a freebie, you have to know exactly who you're speaking to, which we'll get to in a minute. But let's say you have that figured out. You know who you're speaking to. You know what they want. You know what problem that you can help them solve. So they click subscribe once you've given them enough incentive. And oh, brilliant, he's already made the changes. When I looked at this a few minutes ago, he had a surname in there as well, maybe another field, possibly country. What I suggested he did in the email that I've just sent him a few minutes ago was to reduce it down to just email address and first name. So why we do that is to make the process more convenient, quicker, and easier for people to subscribe to the email list, right? But what happens is the more fields we put on there, each one is like a hurdle that we expect our potential subscribers to jump over. So people will be willing to jump over one hurdle, so you put in the email address and they're happy to go. Fewer people will be willing to jump over the second one, which is the name. However, there's a trade-off. So you have to figure out what is right for your unique situation. Because if you ask for their name, you'll notice that if you've subscribed to any of my email lists, I always ask for the first name. And that is because in my tests, you will have to do your own tests to see what works for you. But in my tests, I have found that when I include someone's name, the personalization, in the subject title of an email, the click-through rate increases. So that's why I do it. However, fewer people will subscribe to the email list. So you have to figure out what the right approach for you is. Personally, I like to include both of these. So, also on this page, we need to make it really clear what the freebie is, why they should subscribe. So we're focusing on solving a problem. We're going to help our audience to improve something. And that will, of course, be related to the content on the page. Now let's have a look at the blog topics. So as we can see, there's an awful lot. Oh, there we have the subscribe button. That's a good place for it there. I would absolutely put a stronger call to action there to get people to opt in. So here we have lots of different categories, which is really good if you're going to build an authority website, which I assume these two guys are going to do. Fantastic. That's a brilliant long-term strategy. But today, you're kind of spreading yourself too thin. So Google doesn't really know what your website is actually about. So all authority websites start with a single issue, a single problem. So what you got to do is pick the issue on here, the topic that you are most passionate about. And because you've got two of you guys, you can double up on this, so you can actually approach it from two different angles, right? So maybe one of you guys is really into sports and the other one is really into health and fitness. So you could each manage one of these sections and just like go balls deep into it and really create like skyscraper content in both of these niches. If you're one person, which I know a lot of you guys watching this, you're going to be by yourself, right? So in that case, if you're really into health and fitness, that's what you go for. You spend all your time, or a big portion of your time, creating content specifically for this topic. And then you branch out. Once you have a converting funnel. Why am I talking about funnels? Well, because this subscribe thing, of course, that brings people into a funnel, right? And we have to make sure that our websites pay for themselves and in time produce enough income that we can say goodbye to the day job and do this stuff full time, right? That's why we do it. So we need a funnel. So focus on creating content for just one funnel, get that converting, get enough traffic coming in so it's producing profit. And when that is happening, and it's happening on autopilot, so it's creating passive income, move on to the next topic or the next funnel. So think of all these topics, all these different categories as potential funnels. So each funnel people subscribe to has got a lead magnet. So let's say all things women. Let's pretend you're focusing on this niche, this topic. So you might have a custom lead magnet just for this category. You can do this in WordPress. This is a WordPress website. I'm fairly sure it is. So you can do this in WordPress, so you can have custom lead magnets for specific categories. This is really powerful. So on this one, all things women, you might have dating tips, how to get a date with women, how to approach a woman confidently, how to ask for a phone number, that kind of thing. So you create a lead magnet and a funnel. Inside that funnel, you can promote products related to that topic or create and sell your own. Then you could move on to food and drink, how to cook, and have a freebie with maybe the top recipes in, I don't know, how to cook steak or whatever, the top 7 recipes for something. And then recommend products or sell your own products in that funnel. So here, can you see the logic? So here we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. And that's math that I can't do. So we're going to have like lots of funnels here, right? So each one of these can produce pretty good income if you do it properly, and that's how you do it properly. So that is the money side of this stuff sorted out, which is probably the most important for you, because everybody deserves to get paid, right? No matter what you do, you deserve to make money from it. It's fair. So you're creating this content, which is good content. You're investing time and energy into your website. Get paid the right way. The wrong way of doing it is through having these kind of banner ads. So let's scroll down. So I'm going to assume that's a Google AdSense. I'm going to tell you now, you're not making any money from that. Right? You're going to make a lot more money from having that, a strong call to action with the right freebie, than you will from this. Because with Google AdSense or display ads, the way you profit is for every 1,000 people who visit your website, you get like a very small earning. And then you get a little bit more for every person that clicks on that banner ad. So to make, let's say $1,000 a month from this, you're going to need a heck of a lot of traffic. Way more traffic than you've got right now. But if you go down this road, you have like a solid freebie, a solid lead magnet, strong call to action, bring people into a funnel. You could be making seriously good money from 50 visitors a day. And if you've gone through my training, you'll know that that's what I aim for. I aim to get people making their money from doing something that they're really passionate about through blogging from around 50 visitors a day. And why I say that, let me go now. Okay, 50 visitors a day. It's not much, right? Anyone can do that. If they put in the work, they can do that. So let's say you have a 2% conversion rate. So for every 100 people that visit your website, 2 people purchase your stuff. So to get 1 sale, you need 50 visitors. On average, it all balances out. So that's why I say you need minimum 50 visitors a day. If you have a 2% conversion rate, which in itself is really low. Yeah, you'll know from my stuff that I encourage people to keep working at their stuff until they get around a 1 in 3 conversion rate. So around a 30% conversion rate. But I know that most people starting out, that seems unrealistic. Fair enough. So 50 visitors a day, 2% conversion rate, you'll do okay. So that's a few tips that I've got for you there, Scott. I hope this has helped other people too. My door's going, so I've got to go. If you found this useful, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe to the channel too. Remember to hit that little notification bell and you'll get another one of these from me tomorrow. Not exactly like this, but similar. Okay, thanks for watching. See you again tomorrow. Take care.